I don't wanna leave, no, no. A beat is calling me. I don't wanna leave, no, no. Don't wanna leave.
All right. So you started out in photography doing events for families.
I did. Actually, I started out doing photography as far back as high school.
Oh, okay.
Through my college years, I was always artistic to some extent, be it painting, drawing, sculpting, but always came back to photography. Years and years, I did families, weddings, just trying to make it as a photographer.
Okay.
Then got into the whole pandemic thing. Pretty much everything shut down, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
New Orleans musicians struggled. They had nowhere to play. They had no venues to go to. They had no outlet. So in their downtime, I started contacting a few of them and said, hey, would you be interested? Every one of them said, absolutely. So we started getting together and shooting small gigs at people's houses or backyards or wherever they happened to be playing at.
Yeah.
And it's kind of escalated from there.
That's awesome, man. What was the draw for you personally? Because you sound passionate about the music scene more so than
it was music.
Family events.
It was music. Music has gotten me through so much stuff in life from the beginning. My musical background, I guess you could say, really started getting into it in high school, like most people do. Black Sabbath, hardcore punk bands. That was my roots. That's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
And I've diversified greatly since then.
Sure.
Just with an appreciation for good music.
Right. I think a lot of people do later on.
I do. These days I get a lot of bluegrass and Zydeco.
Sure.
Get into that heavy. Still going back to my metal roots all the time. That's just.
And for you in high school, I guess kind of expanding your musical horizon, so to speak, were you attending shows?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I grew up over on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Okay.
They had the Coliseum there. I'd spend about every other weekend out there, whatever show they were playing.
Yeah.
Got into early age, got into a lot of Kiss. Yeah, that's where most of us got started at.
Sure.
And saw them a few times there. But yeah, it's just the whole music arena just kind of opened up.
Now you said in high school you were taking pictures as well. So did you ever put the two together?
Never did.
Never did.
Never did. I would do a lot of wildlife photography, venues, just antique or old buildings, downtown on the coast.
Sure.
All the old houses that used to be on the.
There's a lot
on the beach there.
Yeah.
A lot of good subject matter around there.
And you managed to make a living from it, or it was a hobby?
Not then, no. Oh yeah, it was strictly a hobby then. I never really considered making a living with it. It was just something I always did. I always had a camera around and snapping pictures. My kids have told me that whenever I die, everybody's going to know what I did, but nobody's going to know what I look like. Yeah. Because I was always on the other side of the camera.
Sure.
So yeah, it was never really a money-making venture. It was a passion. Just something I wanted to do because that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And did it bring you places? Did you find that you normally, I guess, wouldn't be had you not been walking around with the camera in your hand?
Absolutely. You walk around anywhere with a camera in front of you, especially as a professional photographer, everybody says, hey, take a picture of me.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to look good.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to look good. And that's what I strive to do. No matter what venue or situation I'm in, my subject matter has got to look presentable.
Sure.
And that's my job to make them look presentable.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and ugly, whatever it turns out to be. But it's nice to see people happy and see them smile whenever they see the pictures you've taken of them.
Yeah. And what what venues or outlets have you been able to make use of to display your photography?
Oh wow! I've got my own website, Facebook, Instagram. Everybody's got that. The subjects, those are the bands that I shoot. The photographs belong to them, so I usually let them present their product first. I'm just the catalyst to get it there.
Sure.
Did a band 2-3 weeks ago at my old residence that I had. Great backgrounds for shots there. So
your old residence or your old hometown?
My old house.
Oh, okay.
We moved recently from Covington to Ponchatoula.
Okay.
The house that I was in had a band out there to shoot.
Cool.
A setting.
Yeah.
And the pictures belong to the subject matter, whoever my client is at the time. So I do let them have possession and present it before I put it anywhere.
That's not a normal business model, is it?
It's not. I don't try to be normal. I don't want to be normal.
How does it go normally for everyone out there?
Normally, I mean, the photographer's contacted. You sign a contract. It's a formal business deal. Most photographers that I've come across, it is strictly business. This is not a business for me. This is a passion.
Never was. Right.
This is what I've always been meant to do. I hate doing the normal thing. Most photographers don't show up in a shoot dress like this either.
Sure.
I want to be part of the show. I don't want the attention drawn away from the artist that I'm there for. But I want to be part of that experience.
Yeah.
I want that vibe to go out through the band, through me, through the audience.
Sure.
And the audience sees the pictures a week or two later and says, "Oh, I remember this. He captured that great."
Right.
And that's what I want.
Brings them back. That's cool.